Hold on. Okay, good morning, everybody. Welcome to an episode of Change Starts With Us, Ohio. Today we have a guest on, Frank P. Woods. Welcome, Frank.
Jim, good morning.
Why don't you share a little bit about your background so people have an idea who you are?
Thank you. I know we spoke before, and this gives me a great opportunity to speak, and I appreciate that. No one's ever actually listened to me out there in the free world and outside of family and advocates. Wow, I'm an American-born citizen, patriot, love my country. I've been wrongfully imprisoned since 2006 for a rape and a gross sexual imposition. Been a hard ride. I have very strong values I wanted to share with people so they know who I am, like things that I deem that are truly important. You know, my family, they come first. I value life. All life is precious, do no harm. I value my health and fitness. I value my education, because education is the key to financial security. I value my amazing country and this amazing planet. These are things I truly care about. I care about justice and doing the best I can with what I got. And right now, oh my goodness, it's been such a long struggle to get home to my family and clear my name, that this gives me an opportunity to share with people, like my background. And this is great. I want them to know who I am. I invite their questions, comments, everything. My father was Air Force for 23 years. I come from a family that I was never abandoned, unloved, left hungry or homeless or neglected. I was never abused. Went to school in Italy for 4 years as a child. I had a somewhat of a privileged childhood. Over time, I did a short stint in the college in the Marine Corps. I've been working on my degree in law and finance here in prison, a dual degree, for the last 15 years. So when I come home, I can test out of classes. And along with that, goodness, I was a real lucky guy. I got a good family, and I loved them, and they loved me.
Yeah. Well, you got a strong advocate out there from that was in Medina with you, Nancy.
Nancy Coe is amazing. I met her. Nancy is a CPA. I met her when I was in business back in '98 through my accountant, and she's just a remarkable person. And there are times she's literally been my knight in shining armor, my number one.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
So yeah, I consider Nancy family.
Yeah, I'm just about to ask her to be treasurer since she's got a CPA.
Yeah.
So I've asked her already, but I'm going to ask her till she says yes. So,
Yeah. Go ahead, Jim.
Our next move is we got our name registered as a business, but we will be working towards a 501c3 so that we can actually do more to assist people with a tax-exempt number.
That's a good idea.
So, but I think I've talked to you once before, or through JPay when FTRR was still in existence before it was rudely shut down. You've always claimed your innocence, correct?
Yes, I have never deviated.
Okay. Well, Mark Gotze says from the Innocence Project, those that stop fighting after 3 years of incarceration are usually guilty.
Those who stop after how many years?
3.
3? I'm in my 15th year.
Well, that's a good sign. That's a good sign on your part.
Pushing.
Yeah, and personally, I believe you're innocent. I don't know much about your case, but I've talked to Nancy before. Your story has always stayed the same anytime you talk to me, which is another sign that you're innocent. So we got to send this YouTube video, all over. Your family could look it up under Change Starts With Us, Ohio. And please join our YouTube channel. Once we get 1,000 people, we'll be able to do it live.
That'd be great.
So So your family needs to like our page and all your friends. And I know you got friends on the street, by the way.
Oh yeah.
So we're going to share this. We need your family members to send it to the news, to newspapers, and get the word out.
Right. Yeah, that's what we're doing, and that's why you coming forward and helping us is so critical, because the court system, like you and I have talked in the past, the higher courts will protect the lower court decisions.
Right.
The pro se appellate process, it provides false hope. And
right.
I realize that now. I wrote about this in my book, A Blueprint for Wrongful Imprisonment, which I published on my website, www.freefrankpwood.com. And that's linked to Free Frank P. Wood at Facebook.
Okay, say it one more time so people get the address.
Sure. www.freefrankpwood.com. That's all lowercase, one long word. And then my Facebook is Free Frank P. Wood. And Nancy Coe is an administrator on that account for me. So all my transcripts have been published on my website, my habeas corpus, an affidavit of accusation by attorney Ronald R. Stanley. My book is published on there, and I take the American people straight through the process of a wrongful conviction and how they do.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Okay. So right now, yes, and in fact, Mark Gotchi has a point to make there with 3 years, because when I was out on bond, I hired Tom Pavlish from Empire Investigations out of Cleveland, Ohio, to investigate my case when I got out on bond. Eventually, we met in the parking lot. He said, "I need to talk to you." I said, "Okay." He said, "I believe you." I said, "Why?" He said, "You're the only person to never change your story."
Right.
I said, "Tom, that's because when a man lies, when a man changes his story, he lied."
Right.
I was out on bond, okay? My life was under investigation for a year. I didn't run. I went to police interview without a lawyer, let them search my home without a warrant, offered DNA and polygraph, all without a lawyer present. And Montville Police Department terminated my case because of no evidence. Okay? So this is kind of wild. So, forgive me. So at that time, I thought it was over. Next thing you know, I got arrested, got out of a $200,000 cash bond, which was later fraudulently revoked. And those bond hearing transcripts have disappeared. Nobody can find them. That's a little fishy for me. So on top of that, I was on bond for 6 months. Still, year and a half of it being investigated, arrested, bonded out. I didn't run. You know why? Because a guilty coward would have run, and I am neither. And I want to make that clear to my fellow Americans. And I also want to make it clear that my wrongful imprisonment is being perpetually paid for with their tax dollars. I wrote about all this in my book, and that book was written as an affidavit, supported by 86 state court and public records.
How can we get a copy of your book?
They can download it for free right from my website in the form of 9 consecutive.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Yes, Jim, they can download it for free from my website in the form of 9 consecutive files.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a document section at the last page of my website, and we're still adding more stuff to it.
Right.
They can download my transcripts. They can download everything now. That way they can see I'm telling the truth.
Right. Good.
And I want to make something clear, because I know time is limited for us. And this I sat up thinking about last night. My case is what you would consider emotionally inflammatory in nature, according to law. Okay? once a jury just hears the allegation, you're going to prison. And the courts know that. Okay? It's the easiest to convict. It requires no evidence other than enough people pointing a finger saying he did it. And these people witnessed nothing. Because a lie repeated becomes perception. Perception is reality, and reality is very difficult to change. So that becomes a major problem for me. And that's why I need backing. I need the social media, and I need some group, maybe like a law school or a law firm big enough with enough clout to push this forward. Because social media is my only way of shaming them into doing the right thing. Because the courts will not fix this unless I have big backing.
Right.
But I have enough state evidence to prove motive, and perpetrators, and my innocence. And that's what unnerves them. So I'm working on it.
You can call back one more time if you'd like to.
Oh, absolutely. We're not done. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
It's early.
A lot of these big law firms will do pro bono stuff. They'll do so many a year, the large law firms.
Yeah, I don't know who to go to. I have an amazing...
You have 1 minute remaining.
This is going to hang up. I'm going to call back. But I've been working with the same pro bono attorney for 15 years.
Right.
Ronald R. Stanley out of Medina. He's a good man.
Mm-hmm.
And he's done his best to help me.
I'll look it up.
He believes in me, but we just don't have the clout or the backing. So we're trying. But Jim, this is going to hang up. I want to thank you for this opportunity. I'll call back here in a moment.
Okay.
And I do thank the people for listening.
Okay. Thanks, Frank.
Hey, Jim, you want me to wrap these up in wrapping paper?
Yeah, you
We got wrapping paper.
Yeah, I'm still alive. Okay. Yeah.
Just not bad.
But that's Frank P. Wood. I think he's at Belmont. He's wrongfully convicted. His story has never changed, just like so many. I'll be sharing my story one day because I was wrongfully convicted as well. That doesn't mean I didn't do something that I should have never done. But that was 35 years ago, I believe, something like that. But change is coming. These people need to get their stories out. They need to be able to share why they are innocent. And they need to share what they need from the public, from the media, and from an attorney. So, I do believe something good's going to happen. But it just takes time. By the way, we do have these nice bracelets with a group's name on too. See? And I got my old one on too.
From This call is from a correction facility and is subject to monitoring and recording. Thank you for using TTL.
Okay, Frank. It's on you.
It's on me, huh? Excellent. Love it. Thank you. Listen, Jim, I just wanted to make something clear. Several months ago, before this COVID lockdown started,
Yes.
That was back in April. And I have not had access to a law library or a word processor to generate documents for my pro bono attorney.
Right.
Because I act as my own paralegal. So I'm hoping things open up here soon. Like the habeas corpus, when people read it, I did that work. It was so good. He said, I'm okay with this as my own writing. There's only a few typos in it.
Right.
And then the affidavit of accusation is a 38-page document supported by my transcripts on my website now. There's like maybe one typo in there. He said it reads like my own thoughts. And he signed it and had it notarized. That's how clear it is.
Good.
And I have similar documents before the lockdown started. I sent to the Ohio Innocence Project, Case Western Law School, and Cleveland State University Law School. Now, I haven't heard back from anybody, so I'm hoping when the school's open, maybe some of these people...
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Maybe some of these people will come forward and help us.
True.
Yeah, I need to push.
And, it always depends. I know it's a lot of work on you, but you're up to it. But it always depends if the person that is wrongfully convicted pushes forward, because other people won't take initiative unless if they see something like that. And you have. Oh.
Hang on. It was a little hard to hear you right there, Jim.
I said a lot of times it depends on how hard the person that is wrongfully convicted pushes forward, because people won't take initiative unless they see something happening or somebody else really, into it.
Right. Well, I can't stop. It would be wrong. This is a fraudulent shame that has been placed upon my family. I'm not happy about it. Every day in here is a living hell. If you only, you do know. This is horrific. It's borderline barbaric at times. And I have to create my own opportunities. But thanks to my family, and I want to clarify, like Nancy and a few others, family isn't just blood or marriage. Family is a bond created by years of friendship, okay? And we're all connected by the love that we have for one another. I value these people highly. And if it wasn't for them, I would not be as far as I am now in my struggles, despite the two facts that I refuse to give up. And I refuse not to seek an opportunity to come home. This is wrong. I cannot accept this. They tried to talk to me in prison about acceptance. No, I accept this is real. It happened, and I don't belong here. And I accept that I will do whatever it takes to change it. I am not going to let this be my life. I mean, when you think about it, Jim, I'm serving a life sentence for a rape that never happened in a place I've never been.
What is your sentence exactly? 15 to life? What is your sentence exactly, so people know?
Well, my exact sentence is 13 to life. I received 3 years for a felony 3 GSI, gross sexual imposition, that Judge Christopher J. Collier of the Medina County Court of Common Pleas admitted on record. What I'm hearing her say is, no, it didn't happen. Then the felony 1 rape, I got 10 to life on that. When the girl testified that she was with her legal guardian stepfather, Scott Sadowski, in Putin Bay celebrating her birthday on her birthday, which is the date in the indictment, she said, and not at Frank Wood's house. Prosecutor Eisenhower declared her... This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored. Sorry, Jim, there's a PA up there. There we go.
Yeah.
Terribly sorry. Former Assistant Prosecutor Eisenhower, who tried my case, said, Your Honor, her testimony is bullshit. And the reason she declared it bullshit is because it matched the dates in the indictment. And this is where people get confused. I want to clarify something that is highly itemized in the affidavit of accusation. I was investigated originally for October 19th of 2004, okay? The case was signed in with Dr. Lejeune of Cornerstone Psychological Services in September. So I was being set up, and I'll tell you why here shortly or in the next call.
Well, we're going to do 2 calls on this one, then we'll do another one next week.
Sure. Hey, I'm good to go. Believe me, I'm ready, brother.
Okay.
Let me know when.
I sure will.
I want to make sure people understand that allegation against me on October 19th was investigated by 3 state agencies. It was closed and terminated due to no evidence. They allowed that evidence in the courtroom, even though it was dismissed, okay, and used that solicited testimony to convict me of October 1st through 3rd, and I wasn't there. That's what people need to understand. So when people read appellate court decisions about me on the internet or the Lexis Legal Research System, nobody identified me as a perpetrator on the dates in the indictment. No one placed me at the Ottawa County crime scene. And the poor girl testified that she was not afraid of me. That is significant. So it was a bogus conviction, and they knew it. And when it came out during trial, they knew they had to go forward. Because if they didn't cover up their screw-up, the lawsuits were going to hurt. Here I am, talking to you in prison, doing life.
Well, hopefully all of this is going to pay off in the long run.
Yeah, but one of the things I'm hoping for, Jim, and there's something that I personally want to take to Congress myself when I get out. I will be exonerated. They know it's coming. Oh, yeah. It's their evidence. It's their evidence that frees me, not mine. There's a problem with the judicial system, and there's 2 things I'm very concerned with. One, I'm missing all but one pretrial hearing, and I'm missing 2.5 days of my trial record. They've disappeared. Okay? My materially altered and incomplete version of my transcripts is what I fought with all these years. And the copy that's on the website, I received that altered version from the Ohio Attorney General, because he received it from the Medina County Prosecutor's Office. We'll talk more about that another time.
Okay. So, why don't you?
Ohio.
Before we end this, when your time's up, make sure you give your contact information.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Forgive me. Okay. 2 things, and I'll give you that. All trials, they should be law. They should be audio, video recorded. Every trial. This is known as verbatim reporting, and there are actually verbatim reporting companies, stenographers in Ohio. It should be law, mandatory. Every year.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
From grand jury proceedings on, all the way through to sentencing. Doesn't matter. Every hearing. And the other thing that concerns me that did me great damage is the Medina County Gazette is the Medina County Prosecutor's Oracle. They conducted pre-trial media character assassination. A case should not be allowed to be published in this country until it's settled. This is another way they turn the people away from you. This is how they debilitate you. Then they send you to prison with no backing, no help, no support. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're good at it. In the meantime, people can reach me with my name and number, Frank P. Wood. My inmate number is A504107. You can actually go to jpay.com, capital J, capital PAY.com, and they can use my name and number and get on my email account.
All they really need is your number, and your name will pop up.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's perfect. I didn't know that because I'm in here,
Right.
So people can reach me and ask me questions, and they can also write me at the Richland Correctional Institution, P.O. Box 8907. I'm in Mansfield, Ohio. Zip code here is 44901. And I invite everybody's questions. If they want to know, I'll show them. I've got nothing to hide. And that's another reason I push so hard. It's intense, Jim. And it's not just that I'm innocent. With state's evidence, I proved who the perpetrators are. I prove motive. I prove the method that they use to do this to me. You know, it's bad. It's been a really, really bad ride. And the next time we talk, if it's okay, I would like to discuss the beginnings of that. How I knew these people, the investigative process, how it all came about.
That sounds good because it's also educational.
Say again?
That's good because it's also very educational for people, and people can learn on how corrupt our system is. And we're not saying every judge is corrupt or people should not be held accountable. They should, but the innocent should not be in there.
Right. But the state of Ohio justifies breaking the extra egg to make the omelet.
Well, I don't think the governor really cares neither.
No, he's a former attorney general.
Right.
In fact, when I filed a writ of habeas corpus into the Northern District Federal Court of Ohio, this was like back in 2009, 8 or 9, a former Assistant Attorney General Aaron Reed was challenging my habeas corpus, but she didn't challenge my claim of innocence.
Right.
So I wrote her a formal letter asking her, hey, you saw the truth, please withdraw the indictment. You didn't challenge. Mike DeWine personally wrote me and said, Assistant Attorney General Aaron C. Reed is no longer representing this office in his habeas corpus division.
Yeah, and I've known Mike since the early '80s from Washington, and you know we'd go down to the Rally for Life, and he would throw a big party for the pro-lifers. But you know he might have some good values, but being a former prosecutor, a senator, a U.S. senator, state senator, state rep, lieutenant governor, and congressman, you know he's a career politician.
This call is originating from an Ohio correctional facility and may be recorded and monitored.
Yeah. We need to get rid of the career politicians.
The career politicians can be dangerous. I do agree that causes a problem because they have unchecked power. And absolute power corrupts absolutely. It's one thing if you're going office to office, but if you're in the same office for 30 years, or like look at a federal judge, they get appointed for life.
Right.
That's a lot of power to give another human being over another human being.
You have 1 minute remaining.
It's a dangerous situation that has to be tread lightly.
Okay.
But Jim, I want to thank you for this opportunity to talk. And I'll email you over the weekend, and we'll set up,
Okay.
the morning seemed to work out great.
Yeah, and I know people that was on the Facebook Live really enjoyed hearing from you, and we've had people ask about you and saying they're praying for you. So let's get the message out, not just about you, but about other wrongfully convicted people, so that society understands that our judicial system is not always correct.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, the justice system is not always right.
Right. Well, thank you, Frank. And
Thank you, Jim.
sure. Bye-bye.